Graduates and guests, today's graduation ceremony is about to begin. Swinburne University of Technology Chancellor, Ms. Geraldine Farrell, will preside over the ceremony. The academic procession is about to enter the hall. Would you please stand?
Please remain standing for the national anthem. The words are printed inside the back cover of the ceremony program and will also be displayed on the screen. Please be seated. My name's Professor Monica Kennedy, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, International. I'd like to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony. This is one of 4 ceremonies the university is holding this week for almost 1,700 Swinburne graduates. It's now my pleasure to introduce the people who are seated on stage. Seated at the centre of stage is Ms. Geraldine Farrell, University Chancellor, who will preside over the ceremony. The Chancellor is joined today by Professor Alexander Subit, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research and Development, Dr. Murray Johns, being awarded an Honorary Doctor of Health Sciences at today's ceremony. Mr. Anthony McKay, AM, Deputy Chancellor. Professor Bernadine van Gramberg, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Graduate Research and Research Training. Professor Janet Hiller, Dean, School of Health Sciences. Professor Chris Pilgrim, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Education and Quality, Academic Registrar, and Dr. Andrew J. Smith, Vice President, Students. The other staff seated on stage are academics and professional staff who've played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Ms. Geraldine Farrell, Chancellor, Swinburne University of Technology, to formally open proceedings.
Members of the University Council, members of staff, distinguished guests, graduates, families and friends. On behalf of Swinburne University of Technology, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony today. As a mark of respect to Australia's Indigenous people, Swinburne University of Technology respectfully acknowledges the Wurundjeri and Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation as the traditional custodians of the land where we now meet to conduct this important ceremony. I would also like to pay my respects to elders past and present of the Kulin Nation and extend that respect to all Indigenous people present today. Today's ceremony acknowledges the academic and research achievements of our students and represents a significant step in their lifelong learning journeys. We are very pleased that so many parents, families and friends have been able to attend, with, I am aware, many of you travelling to Melbourne from countries around the world for this special occasion. On the occasion of this ceremony, the Council and staff of the University wish to offer their congratulations to graduates on their achievement of their qualifications. For all of us, this ceremony is a significant milestone. For you, our graduates, it acknowledges the culmination of years of study, hard work, and achievement. For parents, families, and friends of the graduates, this ceremony is an important recognition of all the support that you have provided to our graduates. Today is an opportunity to celebrate this shared achievement. You, like we, will feel a great sense of pride and happiness in seeing your friend or family member succeed in this most significant way. For the academic and professional staff of the university, there is enormous satisfaction in seeing our students successfully complete their studies. And while this ceremony rightly celebrates the achievements of our students, it is also an important occasion for the university. Swinburne prides itself on the quality of its teaching and learning and the excellence of its research. This graduation ceremony allows Swinburne to publicly recognise our students who graduate with a range of high-quality, relevant educational qualifications. These qualifications are specifically designed to assist our graduates to gain employment, and more we see our graduating students confidently building businesses for themselves. As Swinburne graduates, you have learned to collaborate, listen carefully, think critically, and resolve conflicts through reason. Whatever your chosen profession, these additional essential skills are critical to your future success and ongoing professional development. 2017 is a special year as it marks Swinburne's 25th anniversary as a university. This is an important milestone in our story, which began more than 100 years ago when Swinburne was established as a technical college. Through the years, we have held firm to our commitment to education and service to industry and the community. Swinburne is a nationally and an internationally recognised university in the fields of science, technology, design, business and innovation. We are highly ranked for our research excellence and well known for our engagement with industry. Our researchers collaborate actively with scholars at leading universities in many countries in different parts of the world. Through such collaborations, we open doors for our students and our researchers have greater social impact. Swinburne is an inclusive global university. We take pride in seeing our graduates from around the world pursue meaningful careers. And so graduates, today, you join an international community of professionals who will make a difference. Thank you for the privilege of allowing us to contribute to your education and for enriching our community with your quest for knowledge. I now call upon Professor Alexander Subich, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research and Development of Swinburne University of Technology, to introduce the next part of the proceedings.
Chancellor, I call upon Dr. Murray Johns to present himself for admission to the degree of Doctor of Health Sciences, honoris causa, in recognition of significant findings with the identification and effective treatment of sleep disorders. Thank you, Murray. Clearly, it's the first time. Dr. Murray Johns is a pioneer in the field of sleep medicine in Australia. He began his professional life as a geologist, but changed the direction of his career to study medicine. He went on to complete a PhD in sleep medicine, becoming the first person in Australia to do so. Dr. Johns continued full-time sleep research in Australia, the United Kingdom and the USA for several years. In 1988, he founded the Epworth Sleep Centre and established the first private practice of sleep medicine in Australia. Dr. Johns has developed a number of clinical measures of sleepiness. The most widely used of these measures, the Epworth Sleepiness Scale, was developed in 1990 as a measure of a person's average daytime sleepiness in daily life. In 2015, he developed a separate version of this scale for children and adolescents. The ESS and other scales Dr. Johns has been associated with have been fundamental to the early identification and effective treatment of sleep disorders. Sleep disorders are estimated to affect approximately 9% of the population and are a major contributor to workplace accidents and inefficiencies. After retiring from clinical practice, Dr. Johns founded Opta Alert Holdings, which successfully developed and marketed a spectacles-based device for detecting drowsiness in drivers. The company now provides driving monitoring technology to detect drowsiness that is used by transport industries around the world. Dr. Johns' pioneering contribution to research into sleep disorders and his collaborative contributions to Swinburne are most aptly recognized through his honorary doctorate. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that in accordance with Swinburne University of Technology legislation, I present to you Dr. Murray Johns for admission to the degree of Doctor of Health Sciences. Chancellor, it is with pleasure that I invite Dr. Murray Johns to say a few words on this special occasion.
Councillor, university faculty and staff, graduates of Swinburne University, Faculty of Health, Arts and Design, families and friends. It's a great honour that Swinburne University has conferred upon me today, the Honorary Doctorate of Health Sciences. And perhaps what makes it even more important for me is that I understand it's the first such degree that's ever been awarded. It's a special day. This was quite unexpected, but deeply appreciated by me. I'm very grateful to Swinburne University for recognising merit in what I've done over a period of about 50 years in studying sleep and wakefulness. Those two words may seem strange to you, but that's been my career. I've had an unusual career, and I thought, with your indulgence, it may be of interest to tell you something about it. At school, I was passionately interested in the physical sciences, but I had no exposure to biological or life sciences at all, and that was a disadvantage. When I left school, I enrolled at Melbourne University, the only university in Victoria at the time, and there I completed a Bachelor of Science degree. I majored in geology. I worked for 3 years as a geologist, and then I had a change of heart. I decided to go back to university and to study medicine. I enrolled at the newly established Monash University, and when I graduated MBBS from there in 1966, I had spent 9 years as an undergraduate in 2 universities. I shudder to think what my HECS debt would be if I did that today. After postgraduate training at the Alfred Hospital in Melbourne, I was presented with an unusual opportunity. In the Department of Surgery at Monash University, Associate Professor John Masterton and Professor Hugh Dudley were aware of new research into sleep. The scientific study of sleep really began in Chicago in the early 1950s. And there they discovered an entirely new behavioural state, which they called rapid eye movement sleep, or REM sleep. There was some evidence, although it turned out to be very poor evidence in the future, there was some evidence that if people did not have this REM sleep, they might become psychotic. In the Department of Surgery, the question arose whether REM sleep deprivation could cause or even contribute to post-operative delirium, a very disturbing but temporary condition with features of a psychosis, which was fairly common after surgery. I was very interested in the physiology of different behavioural states, and I took up the opportunity offered to me to study the sleep and wakefulness of patients who were in hospital. This was a life-changing opportunity for me, but it carried very considerable risks. This is an entirely new field of inquiry in 1969. There was certainly no precedent in any department of surgery anywhere in the world for such investigations, but I took the plunge. I well remember the concern of some of my colleagues when I began this journey with no obvious career path ahead of me. I had no intention of becoming a surgeon. Not that there's anything wrong with being a surgeon, it wasn't my cup of tea. But I didn't mind being out on a limb and working between disciplines. I saw new horizons with fascinating possibilities in sleep research. And I had great support from the university staff. During my 4 years in the Department of Surgery, we succeeded in our investigations with which few others would even dare to venture, even to this day. As a result, I was awarded a PhD in medicine by Monash University in 1973. In addition, I think I can lay the claim to have laid the foundations for a new branch of medicine, which would be sleep medicine. This would appear some years later. I went overseas for several years to continue basic research into sleep and wakefulness. When I returned to Melbourne, I found very little support for such work here. I thought my career in sleep medicine was over. Excuse me. So I went into general medical practice. However, in 1988, Epworth Hospital in Richmond accepted my offer to set up a private sleep disorders unit in the hospital and also to start a private practice of sleep medicine, the first in Australia, one of the first in the world. In addition, this was the first facility anywhere to use only digital sleep recording equipment. That was made especially to my design in Melbourne by a start-up company called Compumedics, who later became a public company, supplying equipment to the world. The Epworth Sleep Centre provided a much-needed clinical service for diagnosing and treating the whole range of sleep disorders, including sleep apnea, where people stop breathing repeatedly during the night. And this was becoming recognised then as a major new health problem. I developed the Epworth Sleeping Scale, as has been mentioned, and Epworth Sleep Centre would go on to become one of the most well-known of its kind in the world. Many of the patients in my clinical practice had what we called excessive daytime sleepiness. That is, they tended to become drowsy and to doze off inadvertently and sometimes in dangerous situations. I saw the need for new monitoring methods to tell us how alert and drowsy they were while driving a vehicle, for example, that required constant vigilance. I developed a new method for monitoring eyelid movements during blinks, and this provided a sensitive new measure of alertness and drowsiness. After I retired from clinical practice in 2002, I formed a startup company to develop that technology into a commercial product. That company, called Optalert Proprietary Limited, now provides that sort of monitoring equipment to truck drivers in every continent, especially those in the mining industry. What started for me as a research project became a career, and then a business. My path has not been one that I would necessarily recommend others to follow. However, I can assure you, especially you new graduates, that for those who are prepared to take some risks, who have a passion for research and a strong desire to solve health problems for the betterment of humanity, there are many rewards. Finally, if some of my successes can be attributed to me being in the right place at the right time, I wish all new Swinburne graduates a good dose of that same good luck that I've had. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Johns, for your insightful comments and our hearty congratulations on today's recognition of your inspiring achievements. Would all graduates now please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Swinburne University of Technology, I admit you as graduates to the awards for which you have qualified and to all the rights and privileges of those awards. Congratulations. Please be seated. I now call upon Professor Janet Hiller, Dean, School of Health Sciences, to present the faculty graduates.
Today I have the privilege of presenting the graduates from the Faculty of Health, Arts and Design. You should be confident that you are well prepared to pursue your career aspirations. Embrace the challenges and opportunities you encounter. We salute your achievement and congratulate you. Enjoy the experience of the day, acknowledge what you have accomplished, and share this important achievement with your family and friends who have helped you along the way. Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you the graduates on whom an award has been conferred.
For the Bachelor of Arts, Lachlan Alexander Bellingle. Lauren Nicole Burke. Vincent Thomas Dwyer. Edward Christian Gates. Sarah Rose Giles. Sydney Gordon. Nikita Pearl Lobo. Michael Edward March. Ivy Clancy Ryan McGowan. Jackie Michelle Morrissey. Jamie Louise Russell. Siobhan Steele. Harry Wall. For the Bachelor of Arts, Digital Media, Brooke Erin McSweeney. For the Bachelor of Arts, Digital Media and Marketing, Tierra Iman Exum. Lydia Turkal. For the Bachelor of Arts, Games and Interactivity, Rowan Charles Barr. Chun Yin Chan. Fang Li Li. Lachlan Philip Yusva. Nirza Khan. Stephen Nathaniel Pigeon. Stephen James Scolio. Mark Hejie Tan. Karune David Walker. For the Bachelor of Arts, International Studies, Thomas George Filippo. Andrew Granger. For the Bachelor of Arts, International Studies and Chinese, Vivian Waimei Ng. Osman Sobri. For the Bachelor of Arts, International Studies and Japanese, Alexandra Jean Forster. Jessica Helen Stevens. Xiaoxuan Catherine Wu. For the Bachelor of Arts, Journalism, Constanza Carrasco Zehenda. Nicholas Michael Christoforou. Julia Louise Hender. Kelly Marie Masters. Madeline Neal. Bradley Joe Norton. Jessica Senyarak. Georgia Rose Smith. Emily May Swain. For the Bachelor of Arts Media, Mark James Espy. Georgina Kate Marshall. For the Bachelor of Arts, Media and Communication, Thomas Edward Beers. Sinead Lee Grace. Matthew Anthony Alfred Harden. Nicholas Adam Jones. Alara Esin Yenisi. James Anthony Ibrahim. For the Bachelor of Arts, Professional Writing and Editing, Charlotte Annalise Gertler. Rowan Blade Ireson, Lauren Amy Ravida, Marnie Lauren Reid, Gemma Kate Weil, Eleanor Claire Yole, for the Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, Isabella Faye Bolton, Shanna Pauline Brunt, Anne E. Ching, Tanisha Louise Holloway, Georgia Rose Josephine Hunter, Madison Margaret Jackson, Aneta Mitreski, Amanda Raquel Schmerling, Owen Holman Tang, for the Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Forensic Science, Bridget Louise Agnoletto, Natalie Ann Boffa, Nuha Borundia, Courtney Cora Butler, Caitlin Isabel Fitzpatrick, Georgia Rose Hambley Clark, Matthew Ronald Jacob, Erin Elizabeth Keeley, Elizabeth Elvira Markey, Neve Lee MacDonald, Tara Margaret Pashek, Madeline Elise Robinson, Ellen Marie Sullivan, Madison Taylor, Jenny Nyung Jio, Emily Victoria Webb, Chloe Catherine Wheeler. For the Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Psychophysiology, Eden Alexandra Bachik. Riley Jane Luke, Ellie Joan Spiteri, Catherine Ellen Silter, Nicola Valganis. For the Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Sports Science, Alexander Peter Lake. Jordan Darcy O'Connor. Larissa Kusuma Yong. For the Bachelor of Arts, Security and Counter-Terrorism, Oisin Thomas Griffiths. For the Bachelor of Behavioural Studies, Stephen James Bean. Stephanie Enza Camilleri, Marilyn Gunturis, Simone Marie Dixon, Amanda Madden, Michael Novohatny, Rosemary Swerdlow, Ailey Taylor, Amber Williams. For the Bachelor of Behavioural Studies, Psychology, Catherine Gardner, Renee Lorimer, Rachel Louise Murray, Aijan Mustafa, Julie North, Jessica Ann Skinner, Cheryl Stevens, Melissa Jane Walker. For the Bachelor of Communication, Bianca Yap. For the Bachelor of Communication, Advertising, Callan James Barker, Harrison William Baston, Chelsea Catherine Cronin, Helena Victoria Hosking, Parisa Hosseini, Neil Anish Gamale, Jordan Michael King, Anthony Dominic Marandola, Mia Elizabeth Rutherford. For the Bachelor of Communication, Media Studies, Tanya Benton, Matthew Bernie Smith, Kimberly Christopher, Adele Jade Gonte, Melissa Ann Rigby, Alexandra Caitlin Trushell. For the Bachelor of Communication, Public Relations, Kon Anagnostopoulos, Freddie James Ogier, Maxine Barker, Courtney Jocelyn Barlow, Georgia Rose Bennett, Alexandria Frances Ann Fuller, Leah Johnson, Matilda Jane Knights, Ami Elizabeth Martin, Alexander James Ovshanka, Megan Emily Pennington, Adriana Berry, Najwa Rima, Isabella Lauren Sill. Amanda Volpatti. For the Bachelor of Community Health, Tia Ornella Krapis. Helen Dorothy Mahar. Asunta Agot Majur. For the Bachelor of Education, Primary, Lauren Feltham. Benjamin Glass. Michelle Hilda. For the Bachelor of Games and Interactivity, Benjamin Lu. For the Bachelor of Health Science, Hannah Beth Chaplin. Sophia Charlotte Connolly. Ali Demirtas. Abby Mahala Kingi. George Curtis. Genevieve Kwang. Tina Lim. Stephanie Louise Mayberry. Michael Stephen Mackay. Eleanor Morrill Ernie. Vasiliki Nusias. Juliana Olteanu. Paula Albert Paulino. Shana Lee Dominique Pignataro. Timothy Rachiti. Emma Saunders. Daniel Philip Sheridan. Sean Nicholas Tucker. Tyler Stephen Young. For the Bachelor of Health Science, Public and Environmental Health, Lauren Nicole Cullinan. James Rex Hable. Se Hun Kim. Adele Saru. Nathan Robert Stevens. Lucy Vodola. Dane Francis Wilson. For the Bachelor of Media and Communication, Helena Abdu. Taylor Ann Broadley. Kate Marie Chipperfield. Inej Natasha Kure. Simone Michelle David. Caitlin Marie Hager. Fatima Halloum. Alice Victoria Long. Dylan John Piscioneri. Ruby Hannah Presser. Jasmine Shanice Sardea. For the Bachelor of Professional Communication, Roxanne May Metz. For the Bachelor of Psychological Sciences, Brigitta Arifin. Zilla Isadora Bartels. Newell Mayom Bol. Meral Taylor Gagali. Nirvana Go. Evangelina Galaitzakis. Jessica Alexandra Kerr. Claudia Monica Kubik. Sarah Josephine Manuele. Peter Pham. Madeline Ruth Rigg. For the Bachelor of Science, Biomedical Science, Joseph Tong Chao. Emma Mia Feher. Jin Haifei. Julie King. Samantha Radhika Mani. Mahat Abbas Rizvi. Lucy Margaret Sargent. Gurdeep Singh Sarai. Samuel Anthony Spiteri. Shar Elise Sturgis Myers. Hong Nyong Zheng. For the Bachelor of Science, Psychology, Jodeci Sam Cowell. Sandy Lam. Shannon Ashley McCarthy. Fabian George Benita. For the Bachelor of Science, Psychology and Psychophysiology, Meg Blackie. Marley Rose Culkin-Gray. Jade Noha Amor El Badawi. Nathan Riley Ferrer. Georgia Ruby Grant. Isabel Jane Holder. Leighton Andrew James. Ricky James Scanlon. Lauren Tampaline. Giorgia Zamperoni. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Claudia Brophy Odgers. Erin Louise Connolly. Emma Jane Ferguson. Amy Rose Gilderdale. Adam Morgan. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Criminology, Anna Christodoulou. Geeta Ebker-White. Amanda Kim Jordan. Rebecca Florence Teresa Kent. Sarah O'Hagan. Tracy Pitt. Georgia Therese Tegg. Luke Thompson. Liana Kate Turner. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Criminology and Forensic Science, Jordan Allen. Chantal Maresco. Asha Mackay. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Psychology, Shreya Aila. Alicia Grace Beeman. Rachel Ann Boyce. Emerald Jean Brewer. Brendan Byrne Bates. Christy Chamberlain. Roberto Clavero. Karen Craddock. Chantel Crandall. Branislav Devernia. Kelly Forno. Amber Rose Garland. Laura Harley. Monique Hellman. Stacey E. Winona Ann Johnson. Rachel Knight. Jessica Lee Crook. Rosalie Ann Laird. Faye Titiens Lawrence. Katitza Maros. Heather Louise McAllister. Rachel Measham Pywell. Karen Murr. Kiara Jane Nelson. Simone Leah Ordolani. Jenny Parbury. Nathan Lee Park. Tracy Carol Parmesan. Kylie Phillips. Emily Jane Powell. Sarah Rook. Jason Russell. Jasmine Salas. Colette Fleur Simpson. Paul Damien Gerard Theisinger. Carly Rachel Thorne. Alexandra Town. Lauren Wall. Fiona Lee Werry. Madison Patricia Florence Whittaker. Simon Vincent Edward Williams. Jamie Lee Willoughby. Megan Jane Witherow. Lauren Wiley. Taifun Yüksel. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Psychology and Forensic Science, Mieta Aiko Barling. Emily Clark. Paul Matthew Egan. Hannah Kelly. Molly Grace McQueen. Harley Nikolakopoulos. Kate Osmond. Yvonne Marie Therese Peters. Emma Nicole Reel. Laura Claire Sell McPartlin. Rachel Ellen Ward. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Psychology and Sport Science, Eyob Gebreselassie. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Security and Counter-Terrorism, J. Elias Abiera. Rowan Samuel Knights. Bibi Amina Legris. Daniel Scott Longdon. Luke Phillips. Sophie Randall. Monique Reuter. J. Oscar Shackleton. Daniel Sward. For the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business, Camille Elizabeth Evangelista. Hannah Elizabeth Raze. For the Bachelor of Arts, Games and Interactivity, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science and Software Engineering, Nicholas Robert Cass. Chelsea Ellen Cush. Oliver Anthony Godding. Andrew Nicholas Jose. Bridget Ami Livesey. Alexander Fo. Michelle Yi Yin Tan. William Michael Truscott. For the Bachelor of Arts, Games and Interactivity, Bachelor of Computer Science, Luke Edward Mackey. Claire Louise Rochelmeyer. For the Bachelor of Communication, Bachelor of Social Science, Madeline Jane Backer. For the Bachelor of Arts Honours, Emma Marie Jennings. Xiaohua Kwong. For the Bachelor of Health Science Honours, Shanae Leanna Kalea. Nicole Mary Hannah. Zachary Peter Hawkins. Sandra Kelly Henderson. Daniel Stephen Hoffman. For the Bachelor of Psychology Honours, Jessica Rose Bond. Rebecca Corbett. Bianca Krapis. Travis Edmonds. Angela Elizabeth Elliott. Catherine Louise Houting. Asher Lederman. Catherine Meyer. Stephanie Emma Miles. Jennifer Louise Owen. Todd Neville Pickering. Elisa Marcia Spiller. Nathan John Wilson. For the Graduate Certificate in Forensic Behavioural Science, Anthony Barnes. For the Graduate Certificate of Social Science, Housing Management and Policy, Tracy Margaret Bird. Angelo Talidis. For the Graduate Diploma of Psychology, Brian Dalupan. Daniel Kisliakov. For the Graduate Diploma of Teaching, Primary, Lara Elliott. Caroline Hackman. Lauren Elizabeth Hatch. For the Master of Arts, Media and Communications, Nadja Abdullah Muhammad Al-Riami. Anthony Frederick Cocking. For the Master of Arts, Writing, Peter Daniel. Matthew William John Harrison, Damien O'Mara. For the Master of Forensic Behavioural Science, Linda Catherine Jordan. Edwina Margaret Rush. For the Master of Media and Communication, Vandelis Zeros. For the Master of Multimedia, Tanya May Carter. Yating Luo. For the Master of Social Science, Couple Counselling, Ditamenji Jill Jade. Peter John Hart. For the Master of Social Science, Family Therapy, Tracy Simone Alder. For the Master of Social Science, Human Services Counselling, Jessica Brown. Elisha Buffone. Vanessa Del Valle. Kudzai Tracy Gutu. Amy Nicole Magnuson. Leanne Joanna Petrov. For the Master of Teaching Primary, Lauren Louise McNay. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Security and Counter-Terrorism, Kun Tak Kai. That concludes the awards for the Faculty of Health, Arts and Design. I now call upon Professor Bernardine van Gramberg, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Graduate Research and Research Training, to present the graduates of Swinburne Research.
Chancellor, graduates of higher degrees by research at Swinburne must demonstrate that their work meets the most rigorous standards. The outcome of their scholarship and research is examined by international experts to ensure that it makes a significant and original contribution to their field at international standards. Many of our doctoral graduates have presented their work at international conferences and published in international refereed journals. During their candidature, they've already been contributing to Swinburne's growing international research reputation. So as we congratulate them on achieving their awards, we ask that they join the university staff on stage. While these achievements are indeed remarkable and worthy of a celebration, it's worth taking a moment to reflect on what making an original contribution to knowledge really means. To succeed in research, you need to have the courage to go into the unknown. Every thesis is a journey of risk-taking, and it results in mistakes and failures and successes all in equal measure, and without which progress is simply not possible. Our graduates leave Swinburne as world experts in their chosen field, but armed with finely honed skills to be curious, to take risks, to disrupt convention, and to forge new paths. They also have the right expertise to make a real impact on our world. Swinburne is immensely proud that our research degree graduates will continue to make significant contributions to the advancement of knowledge, to solving the challenges confronting the world, and to enriching the communities wherever they live and work. Today, we salute the courageous and wish you well as you continue your adventure into the unknown. Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you the graduates on whom an award has been conferred. For thesis citations, please refer to your graduation ceremony program.
For the Master of Arts Research, Lucy Jane Allenson. Ms. Allenson's research thesis is The Impact of Social Interaction combined with other influences on household energy-based practices. I now present to you the graduates on whom a doctorate has been conferred. I present to you Dr. Martin Joel Bush for the Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Bush's thesis title is A History of Popular Astronomy in Australia in the Era of the Lantern Slide, 1825 to 1910. I present to you Dr. Rosalind Tessa Hollenrake for the Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Hollenrake's thesis title is Clarice Beckett, A Biography and Exegesis. I present to you Dr. Michael Vincent Lobianco for the Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Lobianco's thesis title is A Review of Person-Centred Fall Prevention, a proposal for using augmented reality to assist with co-designing home modifications as part of a service improvement strategy. I present to you Dr. Nathaniel Glenn Reader for the Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Reader's thesis title is Voting Early Often, Early Voting at Federal, New South Wales and Victorian Elections 2002 to 2015. The next award is awarded posthumously. Mr. Gordon Tribick is accepting the award on behalf of Dr. Davina Tribick for the Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Tribick's thesis title is Exploration of the Psychological Impact of Inflammatory Bowel Disease. I present to you Dr. Molly Ann Fitzpatrick for the Doctor of Philosophy, Clinical Psychology. Dr. Fitzpatrick's thesis title is Hoarding Disorder, Current Treatment and Future Directions. I present to you Dr. Tania Marie Slaviero for the Doctor of Psychology, Clinical Psychology. Dr. Slaviero's thesis title is The Impact of Guided Meditation on Children's Behaviour, Mental Health and Wellbeing. That concludes the awards. That concludes the awards for Swinburne Research. I now call upon Meg Blackie, who graduated today with a Bachelor of Science, Psychology and Psychophysiology, to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Members of the University Council, members of staff, fellow graduates and guests. Today, every student in this room has reached what is the end of a significant part of their individual journey. We are here to celebrate our graduation, and on behalf of all the graduating students, I would sincerely like to thank everyone who has helped us on our way. Firstly, the staff at Swinburne especially deserve our thanks for all their assistance over the years. From the very beginning, we felt like a part of the university community. Swinburne has a fantastic reputation, not only for their high standard of teaching, but for their close, supportive environment. Every student in this room has been taught by people with a passion for what they do, and the range of support services available at Swinburne have helped more than one student along the way. Secondly, we'd like to thank our friends and families. It's not just assignments and exams that make up a degree, it's about growing as a person, something that we couldn't have done without the invaluable support of our friends and family. Through all the challenges and all the rewards, they were there for us, helping us to juggle our priorities whilst fitting in some leisure time here and there, providing financial assistance, emotional support, and just simply being there for us. Third and finally, we must thank our fellow classmates for accompanying us on this journey. It has been a privilege to share the classroom with people holding similar interests and aiming for similar goals. Many friendships have been formed, friendships that will continue for years to come. For all of us here today, this is a very proud moment and something that we have worked towards for a number of years. So we are honoured to have you all here with us today, celebrating our success. Now, as we look at starting new journeys, we acknowledge those who have contributed to our studies. The knowledge, friendships, and experiences we have gained during our time at Swinburne will help us to succeed on whichever path we choose. To my fellow graduates, congratulations, and good luck with the future.
Thank you very much for those words, Meg. To Swinburne graduates, I know that today is the culmination of years of hard work, and that during this time, as Meg mentioned, you have had the encouragement and help of family and friends. On yours and the university's behalf, I wish to thank them for their support of your studies at Swinburne and for being here today to see you graduate. So graduates, can I ask you to please stand, turn to face your family and friends, and join me in a round of applause to say thank you to those who've helped you reach this important milestone. Graduates, please resume your seats. Graduates, I hope that you will consider that your graduation is a step along the path of a lifelong association with Swinburne. Education is a continuing process, and I invite you to Swinburne in the future to further your studies. I encourage you to keep in touch with us through Swinburne alumni. At graduation, you automatically become lifelong members of Swinburne alumni, a worldwide network of more than 170,000 people. This network gives you access to a valuable community of professionals who share your connection to Swinburne, a powerful tool for building and developing your careers and for lifelong opportunities. As well as functions in Australia, Swinburne alumni has a growing number of chapters in other parts of the world. So even if you are leaving Melbourne, you can continue your participation in Swinburne activities. Graduates, on your behalf, I also wish to take this opportunity to thank the academic and professional staff for their contribution to your education at Swinburne. Would all staff please rise? Graduates, would you please join me in a round of applause for all the Swinburne staff? Thank you. You may seat. Thanks. I now call upon Professor Alexander Subic, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research and Development of Swinburne University of Technology, to deliver the charge to the graduates.
Before I read the charge to graduates, on behalf of the staff at Swinburne University, I would like to congratulate you on your achievements that we are honouring today. You graduate today with a deep understanding of your discipline and an appreciation of the expectations of your chosen professions. You also graduates from Swinburne, having gained distinctive graduate attributes that we believe will help you in your future careers. You have become more reflective communicators, better problem solvers, and gained proficiency in working effectively in teams. And I trust that you have experienced and reflected on the values that we espouse. One of the greatest benefits of achieving a qualification from Swinburne is the opportunity to meet and study with people from different countries and different cultures. Friendships developed can be lifelong and mutually beneficial. You are our future leaders. And the relationships you foster will help build a prosperous global community. I look forward to your ongoing engagement with us and wish you the very best for your future. May I now ask our graduates to please stand. In conferral of your award, I ask you as graduates of Swinburne University of Technology to strive to practice the university's values of integrity, accountability, teamwork, innovation, sustainability, and respect for diversity. Seek positive and creative ways to engage with and serve your communities. Remain curious and open to new learning and new experiences. And finally, use your knowledge, talents, skills, and passion to encourage a better future for the global community. Please be seated.
So this concludes the official part of this Swinburne graduation ceremony.